Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Weather Fans Live here on Sunday, the 11th of August 24, with myself and Paul.
Yes, welcome everyone. And but time to get the fans out again and get them cold wraps out and whatever you can to cool down, because it's going to be a warm one tomorrow. So I'm going to be looking at that, and I believe the weather for the week ahead as well. As if Michael will let me, the tropical storms as well. I'm going to probably look at them because I think there's a potential for one, isn't there, in the
I've actually know that I'm playing this blind tonight because I've been away all last week and I've not seen anything at all. So this is going to be as fresh to you as to me.
He's our resident physicist.
So who we got in this season? So we've got Coffee in.
Our resident physicist, not physiotherapist.
Could do well there. Good evening to Steffi as well.
Hello, where are you? But yeah, welcome everyone. I'll just have a quick natter first, then we'll get on with it as we usually do.
Yes.
So yeah, how was your week away, Michael?
Interesting,
to say the least.
Yes.
Good. There's Paul right underneath.
I was about to say right underneath Steffi, but I'll keep it clean.
Join the club. The evening, Paul. But yeah, it's been an interesting week for me as well. Everything's sort of coming together slowly. I'm not counting my hopes, but there's things in the background that are lining up slowly. So yeah, never clean. I'll get the sweeping brush out. Evening, Tom.
Evening, Tom. Welcome this evening. Could someone tell us was Gav live tonight? Because I've been a bit busy this evening, so I haven't got a clue what's been going on.
I
don't know if it was Gav live tonight.
Anybody?
I think one of the first things we'll maybe look at is the tropics again, Paul. Then move on to UK weather.
Yeah, no, it was not live.
No. Okay.
Yes. So what will I haven't got the.
Sorry, Gav's voice is still out after 2 weeks. Blimey.
I think he's still recovering from his ankle, wasn't he?
So his ankle won't affect his voice.
Yeah, but it'll affect
you don't drop your foot. I know
because he's recovering from one, but it can affect the other. You know what I mean? It's the body. If the body's more concentrated on healing that, it's not going to heal his voice. Anyways, right, I've finally pulled up the National Hurricane Centre.
Yeah, I've got that as well.
Do you want to do that then? And I'll bring Tropical Storm Maria and whatnot. Yes, it has continued.
We'll take a look at the Pacific side first. Then we've got something interesting for the Atlantic side. I don't know if you want to bring up the tropical tidbits forecast. See,
yes, of course, mate.
It's interesting again. We'll go to that in a second, but the next named storm is likely very soon.
Well,
so
this is from last week. If you remember, we were talking about them tropical storms brewing up in the Pacific and around.
Hang on a second, let me bring you up.
Yep. So that again, mate.
There you are. You're on screen now.
So yeah, this is Tropical Storm Maria, which we were on about last week. Evening, Rachel. Along with, I think it was. Oh, which one was it? There was two already, and they were going to do the Fujiwara, and I think Maria was going to engulf that and then continue on, wasn't it?
I can't remember too much from last week.
I remember there was two brewing, and there was two already formed, and then the two that were brewing had formed. The other two had joined. This was early this week, and now Maria has crossed the international date line and is now off the coast of Japan. Would you believe? So she's still a tropical storm with winds around about 55 knots, well, that's 60 mile an hour roughly, and central pressure of 978 millibars. Let's quickly see if there's anything to do with this. Share this tab instead. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, that's just to the north of Tokyo. Tokyo is down here. Screen, yeah, brilliant. There we go. So, yeah, it is looking like it will continue just to the thing, and then it will just dissipate probably when it gets just off the coast of Japan. It's not really going to give much. I'm just having a look here. Up to 70 knots, and then into tomorrow, 55 knots, then 40 knots gusts, and then it just dissipates. So when it gets into South China Sea, I think it is, or whatever it is around here, it will just dissipate into just normal low pressure. I don't think it'll bump itself back up.
I think it might be cooler seas over there, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I would think so. Right, so is that, I'll just show you the tracks anyway. There we go. So there's the track of it. You come in and then swivel around after 48 hours up here, and then possibly come back out to sea on the looks like on the GFS. This is I'll just go back to my tab.
Bit of a strange one there, isn't it?
Yeah, mate.
Just a bit of a strange one there. The track,
yeah,
seems to meander.
Yeah, well, here's the ensembles. So these are the ensembles from the GFS, GEFS, same thing. And it does show that it comes in and then goes out and just wanders around. 96, 72 hours. It's 96 there, 120. So it does look like it may do an about turn and actually go back out to sea. There's 144, 168. Probably around about 970 to 980 millibars. So it could do an about turn, and if it dissipates, then reignites, it will then become a typhoon, I believe. I think it's got to lose its identity as a tropical storm before it becomes a typhoon, which is something we were discussing last week, if I remember rightly. But it was when it crosses the international date line into the Pacific, the Western Pacific. Yeah, that could actually start going back out to sea. We'll have to see this time next week if she's still about. Where do we go next, Michael?
Well, I was just going to take a look at the Eastern Pacific, then head over to the Atlantic.
Yep, take over.
Yeah, so let's head over to the Eastern Pacific. Just find my tab. There we go. Let's go to Central Pacific, because Central Pacific around Hawaii, there's nothing expected. But Eastern Pacific, we do have a disturbance, and it's nothing to write home about. It's literally not even going to form. So showers and thunderstorms associated with a trough of low pressure located a couple hundred miles off the coast of southwestern Mexico remains disorganized. The disturbance will be moving into much less favorable environment by tonight and continue moving west to northwestwards around 15 miles an hour, and development is not expected. The system will still bring some heavy rain to portions of coastal southwestern Mexico through this evening, and the formation chance in the next 7 days is literally at 0%. So that's the only thing that's in the Central Pacific, the Eastern Pacific after 4 storms that was there earlier in the week. So let's pop over the other side into the Atlantic, where we do have a red X, not a FedEx, but a red X. And disturbance number 1, near the Lesser and Greater Antilles, showers and thunderstorms continue to show some signs of organization in association with a broad area of low pressure located a little less than 1,000 miles east of the Lesser Antilles. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of this system, and a tropical depression is likely to form within the next day or two while the system approaches and moves near or over the Leeward Islands. Interest on these islands should continue to monitor the progress of the system, and watches will be likely to be required for portions of the area as soon as this afternoon. The system could approach portions of the Greater Antilles by the middle of the week, and the formation chance in the next 48 hours is at 80%, and the next 7 days is at 90%. So I looks at it, the next day or two could even be overnight.
Yeah, I've just actually had a look at it on Tropical Tidbits. Just having a look at the ensembles and the hurricane models and whatnot.
Yeah, feel free to bring one to the screen.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly.
Let's see how it develops it and where is it going to head to.
Yep. So if I go to, I've got one up. I'm just going to bring up the forecast models now. So it would be regions. It would be Eastern US. So right. I'm with it now. Present. So when I'm on screen.
You are now.
Yeah, brilliant. So as you can see there's a spaghetti plot. So it looks like Michael was just saying, it might just scrape the Greater Antilles in about 3 or 4 days' time. And then just continue out and go towards, probably, is it not Barbados, Bermuda. May clip somewhere around there. We'll have a look at that on the charts in a moment, on the more wider GFS model. But it looks like it's going to follow a track similar, well, not so similar, but it will emerge up here. Around about 7 days is there, so that's 8, 9, so that's next Tuesday. It's looking like it'll be up near Newfoundland, and then looks like it will continue then up into Greenland, and that way, much the way that the name's gone completely out of my head, Debbie has done. Right.
So a lot on that spaghetti ensemble, it just takes it away from America itself, maybe up to Newfoundland.
Yeah, as you can see there. So yeah,
at this stage, it's staying away from most of the main areas of the Caribbean and America itself.
Well, I say it may go near Bermuda, but other than that, I don't see it affecting like anywhere this way, probably because of the jet. But it does deepen, so gets up to 989 as possibly a high-end tropical storm, maybe Cat 1. I have to say it is quite warm in that area, if I remember rightly from last week's charts. So we'll have to see and how much the jet stream affects. We'll have a look at that now anyway. Right, so go to the clicky thing up here. So I want to actually, let's go to the Caribbean. There we go. Western Atlantic. Right. So this will be, is it Ernesto? It'll be next.
I'll have a look.
Thank you. I believe it's Ernesto next. But if I'm wrong, then please do let me know in the comments below. See, this is Wednesday. See, it's starting to tighten up there. Starting to hook around, so that's could be a low end top there.
Yeah, Ernesto.
Yeah, so it could be a low end one there. So you can see it's starting to tighten up. 7-1, so it could be a. If you look on the thing, Michael, just have a look at the cone of possibility, or whatever it's called.
No, it won't be up at all yet until it's confirmed.
Until it's confirmed, right. Well, I'm going for high end 1, maybe 2 there. looking at how tightly packed them isobars are. Just go back. So that's probably tropical storm there. Then, as you can see, as it just passes the Antilles up towards Haiti and Papua New Guinea, I think it is. Or wherever, I can't remember the names off the top of my head. I could be wrong, could be right. Yeah, starts to tighten up as a hurricane shown on the GFS. And then there, like I say, could be a high end 1, low end 2 maybe. And yeah, just goes off out to sea on its own little merry way. Still looks like it'll maintain its possible tropical storm hurricane status there.
Head towards Bermuda on that.
Say again, mate?
I say it could be heading towards Bermuda.
Yeah, Bermuda's just here. I was thinking when I was looking at spaghetti plots, it's going to be, if anything, a very, very close call at 963. That could be a low end, high end 2, possibly a 3. Depends how warm the waters are there and how much it tightens up. So it could be looking at a high end 2 as it goes towards Bermuda. I think, anyway, that's my personal opinion. But very, very tightly packed in terms of wind field and rainfall.
It'd be interesting to see if that's coming up on the GFS extended range towards the end, maybe. See how it interacts with
I'm going to bump it out now to North Pacific. So there it is. See how it will affect. So it goes up there, 984, was it 961 there? And then it goes to 984. So, sorry, 964 there, 96. So as it goes up into the higher latitudes, it will then become, it's just off Newfoundland. Still could be a tropical storm, low end Cat 1 maybe. But then it's becoming extra tropical, I believe, as it goes up there. As you can see, starting to
it's going nicely around that Azores high.
So this is Tuesday the 20th. Squeezes that, and then we could have a similar situation to what we're having now. Let's have a look. Oh, that's got a very broad warm sector there.
Yeah.
So that could be dragging up some tropical air like we are now.
Definitely.
But Debbie's off the coast here somewhere. I don't know where it is now. Let's go back. So Debbie is currently up here. Says Debbie. Or is she? Not tell a lie, she's there. Joining up with the low that's currently off island at the moment. Then that gets merged up. That is potentially going to affect us on Wednesday. It doesn't look to be too much of a bother, really. Bit windy. You can see that over towards northern Scotland. We'll have a look at that in a moment anyway. We'll do, I think we'll do the general weather and then we'll go into tomorrow's heat before we close. So yeah, anyway, here's an Ernesto. This is Friday. See winds in kind of a collar over here in the UK. Be interesting to see where we're at this time next week. So that will have just passed Bermuda this time next week. So we'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at that next week and see what the predicted path is. That looks like it's going up towards Newfoundland, just off there, and gets caught in the jet just off the top of the Azores High. We could get a direct hit on this run. This is the 12Z run of the GFS. North Atlantic, we need to be Europe. There we go. So there we go. There's Ernesto, as he would probably be now, extratropical, I reckon.
Probably talking gale force winds if this was to come off.
If it was, yes, exactly. Some, like I said, ahead of that, there's a long fetch southwesterly. So I'll be dragging up some potentially really warm air and really muggy air as well from the tropics. Let's have a look at the. I'm going to bother. We'll have a look at that after anyway. So yeah, that could be our first major storm of the of the summer anyway.
I was about to say it would still be classified as last season's because the new names come out.
Yes, come out in September, so it'll be probably one of the last ones we get this season anyway, from September to August. Unless anything else is brewing. Let's go back to get myself muddled up now. There we go. So there's nothing really showing at the moment. Some waves here coming off of Africa. Be interesting to see if any development happens. There's nothing really showing once Ernesto, which is over here by now. This is Sunday the 25th, so bank holiday. Little low brewing. And that high, as those high, turns more into an omega, as you can see there. So,
yeah, as we know, when we get these little pulses of major energy getting towards jet stream, computer models do seem to struggle. So a lot can change as the systems ain't even formed properly yet. So
yeah,
interesting to see what happens in the next few days.
That's the 850. So yeah, there's quite a tightly packed wind field there. Let's see. So trying to get the 850. So yeah, you can see there on the. Yeah, that's going to be looking around about 50 and maybe 60 mile an hour. Could be a squally one, I think, that with the difference in temperature gradient that could come through as quite a potent squall, that could. Quite a lot of rain on it. Ooh, look at that top corner there now, Michael.
Let's see if it's still there this time next week. Then we'll definitely.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it. I don't think there's anything much more than that we can look at in terms of tropical storms, Michael.
No, I think we'll just head straight back to the UK with the latest.
Yeah, so if we do the general weather, and then I'll get into tomorrow's potential where the heat could be. Or do you want me to do that first?
Let's do the heat and thunderstorm potential, then we can have a look at the rest of the week.
That's fine. So while I'm on it,
you'll definitely know more than I do.
I know about as much as you, mate. There we go. So this is the UKV, and you can see there is talk, as we know, there's a yellow warning out at the moment. It's a very broad one from northern England up, encompassing most of Scotland and I think Ireland as well. But I'm not even going to really focus on that personally. I mean, yeah, there's going to be cells which will organise, as you can see there, during the evening. Sorry, during the night even. And that is mainly, like I put this in Toro's post from earlier, they actually posted. I think it's going to mostly affect areas that are less populated. But looking at that, it could be Glasgow or Edinburgh, possibly. Other than that, yeah, I don't think it'll affect much of northern England, as I say.
Audiokov just said the last thing I want is a storm forming in my vicinity at my oldest son appointment in the morning.
Oh no, I'm saying I've got something tomorrow as well. So it's Wednesday. I've got to go out. So, but yeah, there's a little line there forming just during the morning, which could work over the atmosphere, but we'll have to see where we are in terms of this main cluster of storms up here in the Atlantic that are coming into the heat, whether it's enough to work over the atmosphere or not. See there, still cloudy come the afternoon, but by about 1, 2 o'clock it starts to clear. It's showing a little stray one here over towards Hull. Don't take that as a given though. That's just
Looks like there's 1 or 2 towards the London area as well through Hampshire.
yeah. Which brings me to Cape. So as you can see, there is Cape there, but
Do we have
that's
a trouble?
is it? If it's in the morning, yes. If it's in the evening, no. One of them. I've had a look. I'm going to come to the Cape, the surface Cape and mixed layer and stuff like that in a moment. But as you can see, there is Cape there. So as we say, they are just one of many factors in brewing up thunderstorms. Have a look at the dew point. Dew point 18 to 19. So relative humidity is around about, obviously over the rainy areas, it's going to be higher. But in that drier slot where it hasn't been worked over, you're looking 50 or 60% humidity with max temps of 33. This is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 34 somewhere in Cambridgeshire, Lincolnshire, possibly up towards East Yorkshire, showing there. Dependent on how quick the cloud clears as well, I would say anywhere really from Teesside into Yorkshire, possibly even into Lancashire, as much as it pains me to say it, and into the Midlands, could get into the high 20s tomorrow if the sun burns that cloud off quick enough, or if the cloud moves through quicker than what the charts are expecting. But this is at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, 14Z, that's 14 UTC. You're looking at 34, possibly a 35 degrees somewhere in there locally, somewhere to the north of London. Although I've had a look prior, some of it are saying actually towards the east of London, which I want to come to in a moment. So as you can see there, temperatures really do rocket in the afternoon, but as that front moves through and as the sun obviously starts going lower and lower, so does the temperatures. But then, as you can see there, temperatures do go down. See if there's any rain associated with that. Nope. No. So I think this is the boundary here, where you see this streak.
It looks like it's one of those cold fronts that doesn't have anything on it, but yet it takes away the humidity.
Yeah, I think we had one of them the last storm before.
It's annoying because with this heat, you expect some big storms. We've got the Cape there, but yet.
Yeah, you can see it brewing there across London. You can see how it's simulating it. But will them clouds...
Is it an isolated thing?
Will they go up quick enough to break the cap?
Because it's going to be... the cap's the issue.
A lot of people are saying the cap might not be breached tomorrow, so I think the colder airs are lower down than it is usually. I mean, I hope we're looking in 20s at 850 HPA, so 1500 meters. I was going to say feet then. 23 degrees, look at that.
Oh, hang on a second. I was just checking SFX then.
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
No, they've got the thing up.
No, I'm not confident in thunderstorms for tomorrow. But yeah, 20, 21, 22 degrees at 850 HPA. So there's the heat there, but you know it's a playing game. Can they go up quick enough? Can the cloud clear? So many factors at play for tomorrow. But if that one colder front or occlusion moves through quicker, then that will allow the cloud clear, therefore creating more heat, and obviously more available cable send the clouds up. Right, let's have a look at temperature on this one. Right, anyway, right, we are share this tab. There we go. So this is at 12 o'clock tomorrow, and this is the Swiss Nowcast. So that's not the one I wanted. I wanted to try the 4x4 one because this was downplaying the heat actually. It wasn't giving us. So that's at 3 o'clock tomorrow. There's the 30-degree boundary there. So there is some 33-degree boundaries in there. You would be wanting to look for these colours for it to be going above 33. It's up towards 35, 36. So it's 33. Yeah, you'd want next colours up to go at 34, 36, 5. Yeah, so like I say, that's downplaying it. I was looking at the Hamaya. There we go. This is the one I was looking at. Yeah, so as you can see there, towards London, Suffolk, Cambridgeshire kind of way. Oops. And up towards Essex as well. Could get up to possibly, let's have a look. There we go. So there's a, see if I can zoom in any further. Nope. It's not letting me. 35 in Cambridge. 28 there. It's very localised, as you can see. Yeah, 35 towards Cambridge it's showing. So let's zoom out and go down here. Oops, where have you gone there? There you go, 36 there, showing towards Romford, Brentwood kind of way. This is the Harmony, or whatever it is. I think this is the German model. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. It could actually be the Dutch one. But yeah, 36 degrees there showing. So there is that possibility. Like I say, 35 Cambridge, 36 towards London. It's showing on this one. Let's go to the UK Met. This is showing it to the east of Peterborough. Somewhere around March, Ely, Wisbech. Could get up to 32 there, I think it's saying. Just drag it down a bit. Yeah, 33 even. So that's showing 32, 33 degrees. As you can see, that's keeping a lot of that heat away from us on that model. That's on the Met Office. Let's have a look at the GFS high-res model. That's showing 33. Yep, 33 in towards East London again. So that's looking favourable for the heat tomorrow. Let's just pop it forward an hour, see if it goes up. There we go, 34. Go more in towards London itself. Yeah, so yeah, it's going for 34, 35, possibly in London on the GFS. So look on the ECM quickly. Zoom out. Yeah, that's not really giving us the heat, is it? On this one, nope. Right, so in my opinion, like I've said before, anywhere from Peterborough, even up towards Lincolnshire, could see 33, 34 tomorrow. Like I say, Cambridge, somewhere in Cambridgeshire, possibly down in towards Essex. Could see 35 to 36 tomorrow. That'd be very, very isolated. I would imagine 34 is somewhere in the region of a good call for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to guess at 34.6.
Yeah, I was thinking along the high end of 34 myself. Let's have a quick look at there's reflectivity. So this is like the reflectivity of the clouds and stuff it's showing. It could be on this. This is the ECM. I like to go for this 4x4 one because it's got a lot more to it. Hang on, yeah, I was going to say about Cape. Anyway, getting carried away there. As you can see, low end of Cape there at the ground, so between 0 and 3 kilometres. So that's like the first layer of the atmosphere. There's some available, but it's very low. The fireworks we can hear in the background. There's probably someone having a wedding. Surface base Cape. So obviously where it's hottest, that's where the Cape's going to be being released. Oops. So yeah, it's 14, 15, 1600 tomorrow. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be thundery around there. Like say, London's a good spot for it. Possibly in the Midlands. Depends what the boundary layer is going to be tomorrow. Lost my position now. There we go, mid-layer Cape. Yeah, there's more modest Cape values around about 14, 1500, 2970 there across where you've been, Michael.
Yes.
Yeah, I think tomorrow, like I said, the heat is going to be more Cambridgeshire, Essex, London, maybe somewhere to the west of London as well. Other than that, I think, like I say, it's all dependent on cloud cover, how quick that goes and stuff tomorrow, as to whether we get any thunderstorms or not. Right, I'm going to pass it to you, Michael.
What's the latest from the UKV?
That's the one I showed first, but I can go back to that.
The temperature.
Temperature-wise.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Don't worry about it.
UKV, there we go. So max temps. So UKV is going for 34 in them areas as well.
34.
34, yeah. So they're going for it pretty much from Humberside in towards Nottinghamshire, South Yorkshire, possibly down into your neck of the woods, like Warwickshire as well. And
so more East Midlands into, but East Midlands eastwards, really.
Yeah, I'd say anywhere from the M1 eastwards is going to get over 30 tomorrow. Don't draw that as a line as complete, but
just where that cold front boundary is then.
Yeah, and I've said like anywhere east of the A1 could see 32 to 34 tomorrow. So I've drawn a kind of a line from the A1, well, A14, M11, kind of up to the M1, that side, from London. So, I mean, we're going to have a tropical night anyway. You can see there, 20, quite widely, 22, 23 across West Wales, yeah, sorry.
Bloody hell. Good evening to Ben, who's just joined us.
Good evening, Ben. So, yeah, we're looking at a tropical night in the south and in Wales and possibly in Ireland as well, even as that front moves in.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hello, Ben. How's the yellow dress? Do I ask?
Dare we ask? I haven't been on the Discord this week, so. Oh yes, don't forget Steffi said about the Perseids.
Got cream for that.
For the stars. Right. Over to you, my friend.
Yeah, let's have a look at the fat chart. So we've got a weatherfront across the UK, which is what perhaps some people have had that high-level cloud that was around this morning. I know we had some through the Midlands today. That's just that boundary of where that really warm air is at the moment. So as we head through into midnight, that has obviously disappeared. There's a couple of troughs out towards the west that is potentially given risk of some thunderstorms, especially for some western areas. I'm not sure if that's maybe showing thunderstorms for West Wales. We'll have a look at the GFS, see what it's suggesting in just a moment.
Yeah.
We've got all these weather fronts just waiting out in the west, so let's see if they make any inroads. Through Monday, there's that weak cold front, which unfortunately is not going to bring anything. Might be the odd shower to come through, but obviously with heat, sometimes we get thunderstorms, but that's not going to be the case this time round, unfortunately. So once that cold front comes through, it's goodbye to that sudden heat blast we've had. As we head through into midnight into Tuesday, that's just starts to clear East Anglia, and we're into this more southwesterly flow, cooler air behind what we've had recently. And there was some facts charts on this, but they seemed a bit more jerky, shall we say. It's looking a lot better for Tuesday. So we've got weather fronts waiting out in the wings, ready to come across the UK. And we'll just let's just wait. The weather front's waiting in the Atlantic. So let's see if they make any inroads. So we've got another weather front coming across through Tuesday night into Wednesday with another ridge of high pressure building in behind. Is my screen frozen or is this?
No, it's that thing again, isn't it? I think the facts charts got stuck.
There we go. So there's about 3 different charts here for Wednesday, the 14th. Why, we do not know. But as we head into Thursday, the 15th, we're in the southwesterly flow with plenty of weather fronts around, giving spells of showers all right. And also another perhaps low pressure, perhaps spinning up from the southwest. So let's have a look at the latest GFS. From the lunchtime run today, let's have a look at the 8:50. So show you what the air's like high in the atmosphere. And as we know, it is very warm.
Mm-hmm.
So even it's a rare thing to see, but we have got the plus 20 degree isotherm coming into southeastern areas. This is potentially why we're going to see temperatures into the low to mid 30s for some parts of eastern areas before this cold front starts to move across the UK. So we've got very warm air across the UK at the moment, but I say it's just a very short-lived thing. It's not like it's going to be here for days upon end. It's just a quick blast and it's gone. And just got some weather systems due to come across. Once these clear, another ridge forms. And as we head into next weekend, we're under relatively coolish air, but nothing as hot as we've got now and for tomorrow. We've got low pressure set towards the northwest of the UK with a ridge towards the south, so it's going to be one of those northwest southeast splits across the country. And we begin to see that storm that we was keeping on, so that'll be Ernesto. What does the GFS do with Ernesto? Well, what's left of it, it gets dragged along the jet stream, and there's that long fetch southwesterly that Paul was mentioning earlier on. So I'll bring a lot of tropical air up. We could see some gale force winds actually, almost if this was to come out. That's the big if. That's a proper dartboard low actually there. So I think we could see some gale force winds associated with that, followed by some much fresher air behind. And that keeps that low still quite a dartboard low for a good while. But that's definitely something we need to keep an eye on as in the next week or so, really. Let's put the winds on that because it has something to give an answer. Let's go through the next few days. Let's have a look at the winds for the next few days. So westerly there through Tuesday into Wednesday. Then we get to a bit of southwesterly. Keep seeing that ridge coming across the UK, turn things lighter. Could see some gusty winds there maybe through Thursday before it winds down again. And I think it's about Wednesday onwards, I think we'll start to see the remnants of Ernesto. So there is Ernesto. If this was to come off, so we're going to see actually perhaps some severe gales up the Irish Sea coast there if that was to come off through Friday night into, Thursday night to Friday. Widespread gales across the UK. Leaves perhaps some severe gales affecting parts of Scotland, northeast England through Friday the 23rd. So we're obviously talking just under 2 weeks away. But if that was to come off, it would turn things very lively before things start to calm down again. It could come off, but I said it's a long way off yet, unless it hasn't properly formed. Let's have a look at the Cape and lifted for the next couple of days. Probably high values, but we're not going to see the effects from it, unfortunately. So Monday, if we was going to see thunderstorms, that would have been severe thunderstorms if it was to come off, but unfortunately, it's not going to be the case. And I'm loving those values there if I was in nearby Europe, but I don't think now I'll get anything either, unfortunately. And Cape and lifted for us this week is non-existent, really. Isolated heavy shower maybe for the northeast of Scotland through Thursday, but we're not seeing anything major thunderstorms or any thunderstorms by the time we get next weekend. So we'll quick look at the end, see if Nesta does bring anything significant up through that time period. Sorry if I'm sounding a bit tired. It's been very busy this past week, even though I've been away. So yeah, not too much Cape around really with Nesta.
Yeah.
UK precipitation. Let's have a look. So perhaps northern England. There's the risk of some heavy rain, heavy thunderstorms. But even it's a low resolution, nothing showing across the southeast. Then, of course, I get a band of weak rain coming through, maybe Tuesday night into Wednesday. A few showers possible there through Wednesday. Band of rain still sinking southeastwards, decaying as it comes towards the southeast. And the weekend looking further dry. So it's not too much rain coming through by the looks of it on this GFS. So we've got the jet stream actually, see what happens to it this week. So currently we're on the warm side of the jet, hence the warm temperatures. before the jet stream decides to come right across the UK through this week. So Ernesto, I think he's going to join the jet stream. I think Ernesto is somewhere around here actually through days 10. Yeah, it gives the jet stream a bit of a good kick there, doesn't it?
Yeah, that looks around about the time Ernesto comes through.
Yeah, I think Ernesto's somewhere around about here.
Yeah.
I say it's just a long way off. Yeah, we need to have a look by the time we get to around about this time next week to see if Vanessa does do anything. Let's go across to the ECMWF 12Z. Got the wrong chart there. Sorry, wrong tab. So let's share this tab instead. Say, it's going to be fighting with the adverts no doubt again. So this is the ECMWF 12Z run. High pressure set towards slightly towards the east of us, low pressure towards the west. As we head into tomorrow, low pressure starts to move close to the UK. We've still got that main ridge heading towards the east. Still got like another ridge of high pressure, but that's under fresher air. Into Tuesday, low pressure set towards the northwest of the UK, bringing the air, more fresher air in across the UK compared to what we've got now. And we've got a ridge coming through on Wednesday with ECM 12Z. Keep things drier towards the southeast. Looks like some pops of rain or showers towards the northwest, towards Scotland on Thursday. Friday, again, low pressure towards the north, high pressure towards the south. Saturday, looks like a very similar setup, high pressure towards the south, low pressure towards the north. And into Sunday the 18th, again, looks like dry towards the south with more the likelihood of rain or showers towards the north. Monday the 19th, we can see what the ECM's doing with Ernesto, which is just sat there. Got low pressure coming into the northwest of the UK, still drier towards the southeast of the UK, perhaps over the Midlands, southeastwards. Spells of rain or showers again towards the northwest. Into Tuesday, but again away from the northwest, very close to the low pressure. So it looks like, looking at this run, the further south you are, the drier it will be. And Wednesday, 21st of August, what's left of Ernesto is still in the central Atlantic. Obviously, Thursday, the GFS brings that across the UK. So that's further west than what the GFS is suggesting at this stage. Again, it's still low pressure towards the northwest of the UK, still giving perhaps risk of some rain or showers across northwest Scotland. So let's bring that back. Let's have a look at the 2 meter temperatures. Let's not, because it's not going to show me what I want to have a look at. So I've got the precipitation. Again, it's not letting me show me that. So let's say goodbye to that. And shall we take a look at the ECMWF?
Why not?
Extended? I think that's more. After that, I think that's going to be more or less it for this week, I would say.
Yeah, I'm just reading up about extratropical cyclones, which is what I think Ernesto might be, but I want to be sure.
Oh, hang on. That's the wrong chart. That's surface temperature. That's the one I'm after. Oh, hang on a second. Who do we have here?
Say his name and he appears. Good evening,
Good
Gav.
evening to Gav. Thank you for joining us, Gav. We're all having a good evening. Yeah, not too bad. Just very warm and tired here at the studio.
Currently 22.8 degrees in this studio.
Feels like Satan's armpit in here.
Yeah, and it's 61 degrees 61% humidity. And look at my little thermometer thing that I bought off Amazon.
Hope you feel a lot better, Gav. Well, last time we saw you live. Sorry, I'm so tired. I think it's just the heat's not helping either.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at these final charts here before we head off, probably within the next 10 minutes. So these are the mean sea level pressure charts between the 12th of August and the 19th of August. And we've got low pressure over towards Iceland and the normal Azores high, guess where? Over the Azores. We've got lower pressure across the UK. 19th to the 26th of August. It's still got lower pressure towards the north of the UK. And even though it's got no high pressure, it's just perhaps just a little bit, just slightly below average compared to normal August. The 26th to the 2nd of September. It seems like Central Europe are slightly higher to average for the sea level pressure charts for that week. 2nd to the 9th, there's no real strong signal there. We're looking perhaps around about average there. 9th September to the 16th, perhaps slightly below average towards the Central Europe there. And obviously, we were screening for fantasy land between the 16th and the 23rd. Looks like there's lower pressure indicated across Eastern Europe. Let's take a look at the precipitation. So across the UK, we're looking drier across England and Wales, wetter towards northwest Scotland into parts of Ireland. The 19th of August, still looking wetter across northwestern areas, about average across England and Wales. 26th of August, we're looking drier towards the southeast of England and about average elsewhere across the UK. The 2nd of September through to the 9th, again looking drier towards the southeast of the UK and parts of Northern Ireland as well. Average elsewhere. 9th September to the 16th, we're looking a little bit wetter across England and Wales, average towards Scotland and Ireland. And finally, no clear signal there, just looking around about average across the whole board, really. And the surface temperatures through the same time period. 12th of August to 19th, looking warmer towards the southeast. That might include tomorrow's heat. It's looking a bit cooler towards the northwest of the UK, and parts of Central Europe into Italy and Greece as well is looking much above average. Let's bring the key on there. So parts of Central Europe there looking around about 6 degrees at least above average. The 19th to 26th, again, that northwest-southeast split. Cooler across the northwest, average across parts of England and Wales, and towards the southeast, slightly above average. The 26th of August to the 2nd, again cooler towards northwest, warmer towards the southeast. The 2nd to the 9th, no real change there. Looking more average across much of the UK, still warmer towards the southeast. 9th to 16th, still exactly the same again. Northwest southeast split, and it's still showing throughout the whole of that run, really. So it's just that typical northwest southeast split. And let's bring us back.
Yeah, still here. Don't worry. I was just having a read. I was just having a read. So yeah, Gav's better, but still croaking. As long as you don't croak, it's okay.
I think Gav said I think Gav's with the Midsummer forecast has done quite well. I think he said like it's gonna be like cool start, then followed by was it a warmer towards summer?
He did, I believe so. I'm sure he can tell us in the comments before we go. Yeah, I'm just having a read through the what Ernesto might go. I've seen like on the 850, and it looks like it crosses over. So it crosses over the jet. So it comes right entry, left exit. Yeah, we went for a warmer, dry August. It's not doing too bad. It's not doing too bad. It's been a lot warmer up here than it has been of recent. Oh.
We went for warm and dry August. Sorry, I've just seen that.
Yeah.
August is a lot better. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm almost ready for autumn now.
No. No, I'm not. I've seen enough cold and wet and windy weather. Lasts me a lifetime. I'm grateful for the warmth outside, even if it is like 25, 26 degrees at the moment. Let's have a look. Well, it says 19, but I feel to believe that. Well, I think it is as well. Yeah,
it's just about the dry bit.
Yeah. So tomorrow is going to be interesting in terms of where we'll get the highest temperatures, and also how quick that cloud goes as well during the morning. But keep an eye out towards Scotland, possibly northwest, northeast England during morning tomorrow. See if there's any thunderstorms. Other than that, it's just be a typical week, really. Looks like a bit of wind on Wednesday, was it?
Yeah.
Could be a windy one. I mean, it was windy here for a couple of days, but nothing.
When I got back on Friday, it was quite breezy, which was quite nice because all the luggage I had, it was just nice to feel that air on me.
Yeah. Rather than so, but yeah, looks like it's just be an average week after tomorrow. Get the dramatics of tomorrow out of the way and see where we are next week in terms of Ernesto when he gets named.
Yeah, probably more to be in the next
24
to 48 hours.
Yeah. So, Gav, if you are still there, mate, do keep an eye on potential development of Ernesto. Looks like it may give us some effects down the line. Here we go.
So yes, there's that potential thunderstorm for parts of Scotland, maybe the far north of England overnight.
Yeah,
there's that little risk there going across the Pennines during the morning.
Yeah.
But that'll be right for the morning. But after
if
that,
anything happens, I might go to the border. I don't know yet. We'll see.
This is showing just the odd isolated shower towards the south there, but it would be very isolated.
Yeah, like I say, the cap's very high up. Well, not very high up. It's low. It's just not going to have enough punch to get through.
Yeah, so yeah, unusually, Scotland, that's got the risk of storms overnight into tomorrow morning.
I think the gaffer will be happy if he gets some over his neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Because he's been lacking as well, hasn't he? So
Gav said he'll keep an eye on it this week.
yeah, it's worth watching because we might get some side effects of it come mid next week towards the bank holiday. Right.
Again, it's bank holiday end of this month.
I'm ready to go.
Of course. Yeah. Let's say goodbyes. Thank you all for watching. And if Gav's feeling a lot better next weekend, don't forget to tune into Gav's Weather Bids live from Sunday at 6 p.m. And we'll be back at our normal time of 8 p.m. next Sunday.
We will.
And we'll be looking closely to see what happens with Ernesto.
Yes, indeed. And to see if the temperature got broke tomorrow as well. We'll have all the latest on that.
I'm still going for about. I'm going to get 34.6 tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll be up nice and early. Crikey. Right, guys, that is us done. As Paul James just said, I'll say goodnight from him.
It's good night from him.
And as Paul James said, click his comment. Paul James said,
believe me, if there's any storms in the morning, you'll know.
Top stuff
Feel free
audio.
to post on our Weather Fans Facebook page.
Yes, indeed.
Right, it's a short one tonight.
Short one. We'll be done an hour and 11 minutes.
Yeah. Shall we go?
Shall we say it? Or shall Paul say it? Or shall Steffi say it? It's goodbye from Paul as well.
Good night to you all.
And it's bye from me, bye from him, and Steffi, when you're ready.
Tell me, because I've got these things ready to load up.
Even though Paul said it, Steffi's got to say it. There we go. She said it.
Not roll credits. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Give the credits.
Bye.